Hello. Who's this mustachioed man sitting before you? It's me, Jody. Yeah, I know I shaved. The subject of today's video is one that is very close to my heart. You see, in the past day, I have become what is known as injured. How did this happen, you may ask? Well, let me explain. On a lovely morning bike ride, temperature 60 degrees, trees whispering sweet nothings in my ear, a gaggle of school children were walking slowly down the trail. And wouldn't you know it, a big metal fence was saying some very incendiary things about them. I'm talking like making fun of their weight, calling them four eyes, saying things like school is for nerds. And so of course I had to step in. Yes, that's right. I hit a metal fence on my bike. It turned out to be a very strong fence. I have sprained my hand. I wanted to do a sewing video today, but of course that's very difficult to do with only one functional hand, and so I thought, why not take this opportunity to teach the children something that really everyone should know how to do? One-handed crafts. Just in case you find yourself in a position where you feel like you have to defend children against a giant metal fence, this video is for you. I've decided today that we're going to make something that is integral to everyday life. Truly, how would offices be able to function without this? Entire cities would crumble. Governments would collapse. Kim Jong-un would rise to power. I wouldn't know when my doctor's appointment is. Yes. A corkboard. They're given as gifts during the holiday from people who cannot afford to buy things for their friends, but can afford wine throughout the year. And not only that, but they're made from the strongest material ever discovered on Earth. The cork. Ow. The cork. Yes, truly mankind's greatest invention. Expanding with moisture, drying out in summer, and causing your wine to taste like the armpit of a garbage man. Yes, the cork. The most versatile material on Earth. So join me today as we reshape this material into a craft that when people see it in your entryway, they immediately think that you have a live, laugh, love sign on your living room wall. Okay, we got corks. Okay, I've got my bowl of corks and a big piece of cardboard. Oh, that worked so much better than I thought it would. Also, can I just say really quick, I feel like I have a Ken doll arm. My hand just does not move. I know I have an extension cord somewhere in this house. No. Oh, I think I found one. Oh. Okay. Not quite. Okay, I cannot find an extension cord, so this just means we have to move our base of operations. Perfect. And actually, you know what? An important part of all of this is to stay hydrated, so hold on. Oh god, okay. I don't know, how do I do this with one hand? There we go. Oh my god, who puts a rubber band in a glue gun? Ow! Ooh. Okay, next we have to calculate the amount of corks we have. To do this, we divide the number of corks by the integer pi, giving us the rough space estimate of a helicopter pad for NASA. Taking that and folding it into 3/4, placing those 3/4 onto a chopping block, taking a wood splitter and cutting it into 4 equal pieces. Unfolded, cut it in half, and that should give us roughly the space needed for all of these corks. Some of these corks. Crap, I forgot I was right-handed. If you're some kind of math wizard, you can sacrifice an integer to Isaac Newton to find the answer, or whatever you people do to practice your witchcraft, but if you're like me, give up on that altogether and just start putting corks in random order until you like it. So we've got the rough layout here onto the card. Who do you think you are? I hate you. You're not even a real hand. You're the one who messed up my piano recital in 2nd grade. Yeah, G flat, not G sharp. Yeah, guess what? You're the reason I have a mustache. Huh? Slipped a little while shaving beard, didn't ya? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he did. At least I have you. Now it's time to glue your cork tubes together. I had 40 corks and decided to do 8 layers of 5 corks each. Okay, so we've reached a creative crossroads in the gluing process. So here's what I can do. I can either continue to make this cork board roughly 8 by 5, or I can just keep going with this. Just a long line of corks. We interrupt this time-lapse shot to explain how a corkboard can change your life. So I feel like some of you might be asking, why this craft? Why do we need the collection of alcoholism on our walls? Well, let me explain. Say we have a fridge. Look at this surface. Look at how empty it is. How boring. Where are the pictures of your children? Where are the reminders that bills are due? Where are the bills? Where's the letter to your family saying you're not coming back? There's nothing here. You know why? Because you can't put a tack in a refrigerator. It'll break. All the refrigerator juice will come out of the door and you have warm food. So here's my idea. Put a corkboard on the fridge. That way you can pin all of your nonsense right on top of it. Brilliant, that's what corks are made for. And holding wine. We have boxes for that now, so. All you have to do to transfer this magical corkboard is to glue magnets on the back of it. And that will, you'll be able to put it on the fridge. You know what worries me? Home security. Look at this window. The whole world can see inside of your house through this window. Now look, I do a lot of shady stuff in here that I don't want the general public knowing about. Sometimes I'll paint on the floor without a drop cloth. Sometimes I'll wear sandals inside with socks on. These are things I don't want the world peering in to see. So this window's got to be covered up. And why not the rustic, beautiful charm of a bunch of discarded trash that you glued together? Slid right across here. Beautiful. This is a whiteboard. Why do we have this? Why do we have something that we can write easily on when it would be so much better to have a corkboard here instead, covering this whole wall, okay? And instead of having these gross markers down here and this, where anyone can draw on this, no thank you. How about we have a giant corkboard where we have to get a separate piece of paper to write down something like carnitas or shredded Mexican chicken, and then we pin that on separately. It's more economically friendly because we're using less dry erase markers. Look at this little monster. Look at those claws, huh? You know how you protect your floors? Cover it all with corks. The whole thing. Win-win for everybody because you can still pin notes to the floor. It's the biggest wall of your house. Okay, enough of that. Let's get back to gluing your cork tubes. So now we're gonna connect all of these together. And I think what I'm gonna do is gonna take our glue. Ow! Burn my hand. So this has become a no hands craft. If you ever wanted to make friends with a nurse, I would suggest 2 hospital visits in 2 days. Now glue stuff to other stuff, but honestly, is anyone actually doing this? Gentle. There we go. You know, sometimes all the problems that you face can just be solved with a little more hot glue. It'll fix anything. Crafts, plumbing, marriages. A little bit of hot glue does a trick. Ow. 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 Great way to use up trash. You want extra stability, you can just drizzle it like chocolate. There we go. See that? That is what we call bracing. I'm not saying I have a career in structural engineering ahead of me, but my God, I truly believe all overpasses could be made out of corks. Ladies and gentlemen, like mustard on a hot dog. Let that dry. It takes about, depending on the temperature outside, it can be anywhere from 3 minutes to 2 days, so I just leave that sitting for a while. Painted this on drugs. Thank you for joining me. This has been Crafts with Jody.